Hey everybody, thanks for coming back. This is part two, number two of Working Knives Around the World series. And in today's video, we're going to go to Japan and look at a couple of working knives that are Japanese style. We'll start off with this one. This is a Honesuki knife, or this is my interpretation of a Honesuki. It's actually a little bit, it doesn't have any flex in the blade, which is typical of a Honesuki, but the blade is generally just a little bit bigger than this one. But it's got the same general shape and style and everything that one would have. Now, what a Honesuki is a boning knife, basically, primarily used for poultry, but you could use it on any small game or anything like that to prepare it, process it. You could use it for quail, dove, chicken, Cornish hens, anything like that you wanted to process up. It's just a Japanese boning knife, basically. But a typical American boning knife would have a flexible blade, more of a flexible blade to it, whereas the Japanese Honesuki is stiff and rigid. This isn't like a traditional wah handle, it would be called. The style of construction and everything is basically the same, but I'm not trying to replicate any other. All these knives I'm making are actually my own interpretation, or I use my own artistic expression, should we say, on these knives, and put my own little twist into them and stuff. But the construction techniques are generally the same. They're all stick tang knives, and a traditional wah handle, which is the Japanese style handle, is octagonal shaped, and it's usually made from magnolia wood. I don't have magnolia wood. There's a magnolia tree a couple of doors down, but I don't think my neighbors would appreciate me going over there and cutting a branch off their magnolia tree. So yeah, they probably wouldn't like that too much. So yeah, I just had a piece of scrap laying around that I chucked up in the lathe and gave it a quick turn, and then looks like I used a piece of walnut, I believe. I glued up here, and I laminated them together, and stainless steel blade, and yeah, I'm going to get some good use out of this knife making yakitori. I love yakitori, and I'll do a video in the future showing my homemade yakitori grill. I've got a couple of them I can show you, and yeah, I'll do some of that. And it basically just grilled chicken on skewers, but I have these little skewers I made. I'll show you all that in the future. But yeah, this will be a good knife for cutting up chicken, processing chicken, for yakitori. And what else can I say about? Oh, the Western style handles are called yo handles. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And basically it looks more like a traditional handle. I don't have one in front of me right now, but with rivets and that type of thing. But this is the Japanese style handle, would be the wah handle right here like this, but it would be octagonal shape traditionally. And made out of magnolia wood. So that's the Honesuki boning knife. Okay, and then moving along, we've got this little guy here. I made a sheath for it, and this is called a kiradashi. And there again, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly for all of you that know. But I made a nice little sheath for this one. And what this is a Japanese marking knife. It's beveled only on one side, so it's like a chisel edge. And it's a marking knife used in woodworking. and very precision. I put a bamboo handle on this one, just a chunk of bamboo I had laying around, and made a little handle for it. You'll find these kiridashis with handles, without handles. It could just be a piece of steel with no handle, generally. I think that's more common probably to see them, you know, a little bit bigger chunk of metal than this, and there's no handle for it. But I like the feel of a handle when I'm using it, and then the sheath, I got a little bit fancy with it, but real simple little slip for it, just to protect the edge, because it is very sharp, and it's a really nice precision marking gauge. So I got a piece of scrap wood here, and do this where you can try to get it in the camera where you can see it, and then try to do this where I'm not cutting myself. That's the challenge. Okay, so you take it like this, and then I'm going to watch. Let's see if I make sure I'm in camera here. And there you have it. Yeah, it's just a precision marking knife. You could use this also for, you know, cutting little pieces of leather, or paper, cardboard, cutting out cardboard. You use it kind of like an X-Acto knife, actually. You know, it's got a keen enough point and you know, sharp enough edge, and this is a good piece of 400 series stainless, so it should hold a good edge and make for a really nice handy tool to have sitting around, you know. And you can make these left-handed or right-handed, just depends which side you put the bevel on, you know. But that's the key to be considered a kiridashi. It's just a single bevel on one side of the piece of steel. So anyway, there's the little kiridashi. So anyway, there's the Honesuki and a kiridashi, and that completes number 2 of working knives around the world, and this is number 2. So if you're interested in this, then yeah, come on back for the next one. I hope to see you there. Like, share, subscribe, leave me some comments down there, let me know what you think. I appreciate it. This is Dave. See you in the next one.